Hello. So today what I wanted to talk about was disciplining your mind and understanding that either your thoughts are going to control you or you are going to learn how to manage your thoughts. One of the two is going to occur, and it really then determines how well you're going to be able to perform, to be able to focus, where your confidence is going to go, how easily will you be able to refocus when you do lose focus, and how easy will it be for you to stay committed to what it is you're trying to stay committed to. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I was having a conversation the other day with one of my professional athletes, and he's in the middle of contract negotiations. And right now, given the fact that his season was canceled because of COVID and all of these, obviously within the world, all of this uncertainty in that aspect, and then there's all of this uncertainty for him within this contract negotiation, it was really creating more noise in his own mind. There was more negative thinking that was a little bit more prevalent because there's a little bit more dead time for him right now, just with not having a longer off season and not having, kind of maybe the direction or the certainty that usually exists, because there's a lot of unknown in the world right now in terms of when, leagues will start back up, etc. So it came around to us talking about, this idea of, you need to discipline your mind, and he understands this, and he's the one that actually brought it up, saying I need to discipline my mind, and he was asking me for my advice and how best to do so. But and obviously really it is very individualized in for each person. But one of the things that I was talking to him about was you have to as I said, discipline your mind, because if you don't discipline your mind, and it's definitely hard work, I'm not going to beat around the bush on that, like it's very hard work to discipline your mind, because the negative self-talk is very rampant and can be very rampant, and it can be very, very strong. And as I mentioned in another video, that negative mind can make the thing that you're thinking about appear real and seem so real that you're convinced that it is real, which then feeds that negative thinking even more. But you have to really pay attention to when that negative voice starts to chime in, because either it's going to control you and it's going to run. And if you basically allow your negative mind to just run away and to do all of the thinking that it wants to do, you're training your mind to do that. And as I've mentioned in a lot of other videos, and I tell all of my individual clients that I work with, your mind, everything that you do is training your mind. So if you allow your thoughts to run away and basically to take control, you are training your mind to do that, to be able to grab something and run away from it, and never really being able to learn how to, for yourself, to discipline your mind to focus on what you want to focus on and what you need to focus on in specific moments in order to be able to perform, or to be able to execute a skill, or to make sure you're getting the most out of your training. So it's very, very hard, but for those who are kind of a little bit further down their path maybe of self-development, of training their mind, this is definitely a key thing, is can you learn to discipline your mind, to catch your mind when it is starting to decide to run away and create stories? Or can you stop it and really make that shift to focus on what you need to focus on in that moment, whatever that may be for you? And if you don't have ways to be able to do that, it's something you have to work on, and it's something that can be worked on. And I do this with my individual clients. I do this through an online course that I've created. These are ways that you discipline your mind, and there's various ways, like mindfulness is one way, because mindfulness allows you to become the observer of your self-talk, which then allows you to make that choice. Mindfulness also allows you to create a little bit of a space between the stimulus and your reaction that then allows you to respond. And that's really what great athletes are able to do, is they are able to respond to things rather than react to things. And in that response, they choose where their focus is and how they are going to handle something that has come their way. So if you have not figured out a way to discipline your mind, and every morning when you wake up, you don't make a conscious effort to make sure that your mind is focused on what you need to focus on, and to find ways in those moments when the mind is starting to run away from you, how to bring it back and to discipline it, where you place that focus, it's something that I highly encourage you to learn to do. You can reach out to me, and if you need some help or want some help with that, but that is something that you absolutely need to be able to do.